Hey guys, so today we're going to spend the day in Central Park. We just got off the train, the one train at 73rd and Amsterdam, and before we go into the park we're going to walk to my favorite tea shop, Alice's Tea Cup. So we're going to go get some tea and some scones because you cannot do Central Park unless you go to Alice's Tea Cup. But we're going to do that and then we're going to go explore Central Park. Hopefully we will see some parts of Central Park that maybe you all haven't seen before, because Central Park is amazing and it's huge and it's New York City's backyard. That's what they say. I don't really know who they are, but that's what they say. So we're gonna go to Central Park and we're gonna get some tea and some scones and we're gonna uncover some hidden gems. Not workout places, gyms like precious treasures, gyms in Central Park. Get the Rubio's chocolate caramel. Can I get ham and cheese scone? Chocolate chip orange. We're gonna go with that. This is Alice's Tea Cup. This is the bathroom. Isn't it adorable? I got a ham and cheese scone and a chocolate orange scone and a chocolate caramel tea to go, and we're gonna go sit in the park and enjoy them. So, we are in the park now, and I'm about to drink my tea and eat my scones, and I'm currently standing in one of my favorite spots in this park. It's beautiful. You can see the lake and the boaters, and over here, I think you can see it. If not, I'll show you later. That's the building that they used in Ghostbusters. It's a little different. They had to, you know, add some stuff and some gargoyles, but that's it. Right over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. So I'm gonna eat my scones and drink my tea, and then we're gonna explore the park. Get excited. Get your walking shoes on. A perfect cup of tea for a beautiful October day. Let's try these scones, shall we? This is the ham and cheese. This is the reason I continue to go to Alice's, besides the fact that it's adorable. I've been there so many times over the years, maybe I should show you guys some old memories of me at Alice's Tea Cup. I'll see if I can dredge some up. Ham and cheese scone. Yeah. They never fail me with this scone. I'm gonna show you guys some more park while I eat this. Central Park is so amazing. New Yorkers have very little space and very little nature. Central Park is actually New York's backyard. It's been called that on more than one occasion by more than one sources. I didn't make it up, but it truly is the backyard for all of the bitter, jaded, angry New Yorkers. It's a place where we can come and have peace and relax a little bit. You can sit on a rock and overlook the lake. Or you can lay on a blanket and read a book under a great tree. If you're lucky, you can even make some new friends. It's pretty amazing in Central Park, and we've only just begun. 7. Isn't it beautiful? It is a beautiful day today in Central Park. There's not a ton of people here, which is nice. It's a nice, crisp, warm for October day in Central Park. The famous Central Park Boathouse. You've probably seen this in any movie that you've ever seen about New York. It's so peaceful to just walk through Central Park and just sort of think about all of the people that have been in this park. Hopefully, if I can find it. We are gonna go find the ruins, I think, of a settlement that actually used to be on this land. Sometimes in the park, I get really turned around. I think we're still going north. I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I will tell you what your surprise was going to be. Because I bet if I can't find it, then none of you have actually seen it either. On the west edge of the park, between 82nd and 89th, there are supposedly, it's on Wikipedia, so it must be true, right? There are ruins that archaeologists dug up, a village of a group of people that used to live in Central Park. In the late 1800s, before the park was Central Park, people lived on it, like I said earlier, and this is called Seneca Village, and it was the first African-American settlement in Manhattan post-slavery. They lived in this park only for about 30 years, I believe the village was active. As New Yorkers, we love this park, and it is a really, really amazing place. It's beautiful and gorgeous, but we need to also remember that this hasn't always been Central Park, and people lived here. And I really wish I could find those ruins, because I would love to learn more about that, and I would love to hear their story and their history. I've looked and looked and looked, and I can't find them. So, there's a brief little history lesson for you there. Central Park history, and we're gonna go do some more Central Park things. I finally found a sort of semi-quiet, peaceful, reflecting spot in Central Park. Apparently all the nooks that I already knew about south of 86th Street, everyone else already knew about them too. But I found this one, which is gorgeous. There's a stream, and some trees. Interesting. A couple of years ago, my parents died. I wasn't certain that I was going to talk about that on the vlog, or ever. But I'm in Central Park today, and I was sitting on my favorite bench, eating my scone and drinking my tea. And I remembered that when my mom came to visit, we sat on the same bench, and we ate scones and drank tea from the same place. And in a moment of sitting on that bench, I felt her next to me. And I've been really sad lately because I feel like I can't feel them anymore. I was really excited to feel my mother sitting on that bench next to me. And then when I got up, I wandered past the pond, and there were these beautiful tall cattails growing next to the pond. My dad was a blacksmith, an artisan by trade, and he made these gorgeous cattail statues out of metal. He would weld and shape the metal and make these beautiful cattail statues. I didn't know that I would need to come to Central Park to have a moment where I actually felt them sitting next to me again. To be honest with you, I wasn't certain that I would have it happen ever again. I'm not going to dwell too much on this because that's not what this vlog is about. This vlog is about Central Park. But there are some really great spots in Central Park to reflect and to find yourself and to ground yourself and to remember who you are and why you're here in New York especially. Why did I choose to be a New Yorker? and what am I going to do about it? Sometimes, even in the strangest of strange locations, you can have a moment in the middle of one of the biggest metropolises in the world, like I just did, that was just quiet and peaceful and reflecting. And those are the moments, and that I feel that a lot of people that live in New York crave. We are busy, and we work a lot, and rent is expensive, and everything else is expensive. In those moments, when we can find a spot in a park, or on a street corner, or in a coffee shop, on the beach, where we can simply just be and get back in touch with ourselves, those are the moments when we remember why we moved to New York in the first place. In those moments, in that moment that I had today, when I felt my mother sitting next to me, and I saw my dad in those cattails, I remembered how proud of me they were for moving here, chasing dreams. Central Park. More coming right up. Should we have an architecture montage? Though. Woohoo! Central Park is kind of like a wonderland for New Yorkers. There's a lot going on in here. There's soccer and baseball and people sleeping and squirrels and raccoons and all sorts of amazing treasure. When you're at the Bethesda Fountain